So our fertility story. I had my first baby at 37. We had our first baby at 37. And when I hit 40, we decided that we wanted another baby. We hemmed and hawed about it for so long because our first was a lovely child, just didn't sleep and was a handful. It was a boy. And, all of us parents know that boys and girls are
A lot of energy.
So, anyways, we decided we wanted to have another baby, and I was 40. So, I decided to put myself on my own fertility protocol, and we did get pregnant, and that was Thanksgiving of 2019. And the second we told everybody, we lost the baby. So that happened. And then, me doing what I do for a living, I immediately, we got pregnant again the next cycle because, I was counting days and, come on, I gotta do it now, that kind of thing. So, anyways, I did get pregnant the next cycle, and that was December of 2019. And about 10 weeks later, we thought we had another miscarriage. Okay. So both of us were pretty bummed because 2 back-to-back miscarriages after 40 is not a good sign as far as carrying a pregnancy to term goes. So
Complications. And
I just, I decided that we were going to just start from scratch. I wasn't gonna, we were just gonna start from the beginning. So I was taking herbs and doing acupuncture, and I didn't feel right. Something felt, I didn't feel right. I felt like, there were symptoms there of me still being pregnant. Anyways, a long story short, the day that New York State shut the whole state down because of COVID, and it was in middle of March in 2020, we found out that we were 17 weeks pregnant with Miss Isabella. What had happened was I was pregnant with twins and I lost one. So she was still there and nobody knew because I never had the appropriate test done because the world was falling apart. So, yeah, we now have Isabella. I had Isabella at 41. So I love to help people start families. We've done surrogacies. We've done all kinds of fertility work, IVF, IUI. We've done reproductive endocrinology, assisting with reproductive endocrinology. So we have experience in the Western world and the Eastern world. And I say we because my husband, Dr. Brian, does something called the Webster technique, which is a particular technique that helps get the pelvis in alignment for delivery. So Izzy was, not only was she a late baby, but she was all kinds of cockeyed and
transverse breech.
yes, breech. And so anyways, I'll let Dr. Brian talk about the Webster technique and how he flipped his own daughter.
Well, not necessarily flipped. Like I said, we got to be
Well, she was
transverse.
Her head was up here and her feet were down there, so she was a frank breech. They call it a frank breech
For a while, but then she was transverse for a while, and then she was somersaulting.
The point is,
Anyway, there is a special chiropractic technique called Webster, and basically what this does is it realigns the pelvis, so take the most amount of stress off of the uterus, in utero, and thus, frees the baby to be in its most natural position. And a lot of times when the head is up and it's past 36 weeks, they call that a breech position. And what Webster technique does is that we get credited for flipping the baby, and we don't actually do anything with the flipping of the baby. That's obstetrics. We don't do that. But what I do is gentle, specific adjustments to the pelvis and working with some of the round ligaments and the uterine ligaments to basically
encourage the baby to.
Yes. And then there's other techniques that with spinning babies, and there's a lot of other named techniques out there that you can also encourage the natural flipping without any kind of manual cephalic versions or any of those kind of invasive techniques. So anyway, so you adjust the pelvis in such a very specific and gentle way that the baby will naturally want to come out. Labors are usually cut down in times of both severity and length as well too. And our baby Isabella was born within 12 hours of labor, I believe. Was that right?
I was in labor for 2 hours.
Sorry. It was, yes, it was a process. Um, and what can I say? She's a happy, healthy little baby girl. She's everything that we've ever wanted her to be.
So if you're looking to start a family naturally, we would be happy to help you. Um, Give us a call at the office or schedule an appointment online.